Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored, and you leave me here like I'm your landlord. You come back and say I'm sorry, boo, and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me cause you had to? Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. So you're burning with desire. You sure know how to set a girl on fire. I'm not calling you a liar. Honestly, I'm just so tired. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. Yeah. There's nothing like wine. Oh yeah. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. Nothing like wine. You're the opposite of me, like sun and rain, and drama on the TV is full of pain. But we're the good part, the happy ending, unexpected plot twist where you always save me. We're the good part, we never fake it, even if it hurts, we always say it. Like it just like that, kinda like it like that, kinda like it like that.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, and of course, dirty slews. And welcome back to our world adventure here in Microsoft Flight Simulator in our Diamond DA40, the little plane that could. So, this evening, leg number 85 from Cordoba down to Buenos Aires in Argentina. Finally, we make it to the capital city of Argentina, even though about a month or so ago we were in Montevideo, which is literally across the bay from Buenos Aires. And Metas just goes bang, 5 and a bit minutes in. Metas, you are a legend. Cheers, mate. That will be added to 25% of that will go straight into the Movember bank, I guess. That's probably the best way to describe it. But yeah, so Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. Literally, the name translates to fair winds and good air. Hence the name of the stream, because I'm really creative, but sometimes I just end up going, shit, I don't know what to call this damn thing. So, there we go. but it is an absolute pleasure to be here, as usual. It's phenomenal to see so many people waiting before the stream even starts. It always blows my mind whenever I log on to the YouTubes and there's, more than sort of 3 or 4 people waiting. It's just like, woof. Now, David, I haven't started the chatbot yet. I'm running a little bit behind because I kind of got caught out doing online shopping on Coles for cooking on the fly on Saturday. And then happened to look down at the time and it said 10:53 and I hadn't started anything. I was like, right. So bear with me on that one. I will get the Streamlabs chatbot open. I will get the flight plan and all that entered into it. And also the Movember part. So that's literally during the first song, all I was doing was opening programs and stuff. And sort of mildly panicking about the fact that things were not happening at the speed that I kind of needed them to at the time that I realised. Yeah. So, as soon as the Streamlabs chatbot gets opened up, I'll key in the details and then I'll jump into the chat and I'll see which legends and dirty slews that we have with us this evening. Did some poo come out? No, not quite that panicked because, it's very easy to solve with a thing in the YouTube chat that just says, hey, I'm running late, But I do like to maintain my relative on-time standards that I've managed to achieve so far. Alright, let's grab the flight plan, copy that. Come on, computer, work with me. There we go. That is in. Right, so the chatbot is up. So now we do this. We'll just absolutely smash the chatbot with There we go. So, again, just to mention from last night's stream, once per week we'll be doing a dedicated...
Some might call it Dirty Fuzzy.
God's sake, Fuzzy. Once a week we'll be doing a dedicated Movember stream where all donations to the channel go directly to the Movember Bank. And then every other day of the month that we stream in November, 25% goes into the Movember Bank. So, Metas, shout out to you. You banged... 16 Australian dollars in yesterday. He banged another 16 Australian dollars into me today, so 25% of that will go into the Movember banking. So Metas is the Movember bank at this point. Alright. A lot of talking going on, although I did already see that Fozzie and Black Evo were having a bit of fun earlier today and using the YouTube chat. Whatever, I don't mind. You do you. Vruden the Great says, good morning, pilots. G'day, Vruden. Where were you yesterday? No, only kidding. Hope you're doing well, good sir. Black Evo says, morning. Good morning, Black Evo. Good morning to Mr. Black Adder. There's a lot of, never mind, I'm not going to go down that path. That's going to get me into trouble. Black Evo says, so who wants to bet when Bryce will release this flight plan? Black Evo, you should know by now. As you said in the Discord, all flight plans are, you just go by touch. Reach out and sort of go, oh yes, that's Buenos Aires. That's where we're going. I know where I'm going now. Come on. But 44 minutes to departure. It's like working for an airline. You know what, Black Evo? I like to give the authentic experience when it comes to streaming and do everything at the last possible minute and then still expect all of you to be ready and raring to go even when I'm not. It's just all about bringing that life into the sim. Fozzie says, epic thumbnail, LOL. I'll be honest with you, Fozzie, I set this stream up a while ago, and I don't actually remember what the thumbnail was, but I'll take your word for it. Mr. Jacko says, "G'day, dirty slews." G'day, you dirty slew, Mr. Burger Man. How are you going? Have you had a big jack recently? I remember you speaking about it a couple of nights ago. You were going to munch on a burger, and we never heard anything. No news report or anything. Very disappointed, David. Mr. Sean Dale, yes, he says g'day, and then he's also talking about the game servers. Yes, Sean, every single day that I load up the sim, at one point when I'm loading it up, because I load it up and down multiple times a day, because it's always good to go up and down. No, yeah, and I get it at least once a day, that the game servers, and then at least once a day as well, it doesn't load past the loading screen, it just hangs. And I mean, I'm all for hanging, but not when I want to actually fly a plane. Leonard Rapier says, "Evening, guys. G'day, Wes, mate. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Cricket. I guess. Should call you Mike Hussey at this point." Vruden's been suffering from the same issues, and then Vruden proceeded to tell me that the guys... Oh, my lord. Blackadder with, just goes bang. Thank you very much, Blackadder. Very much appreciated. As I said, 25% of that straight to Movember, so just, you know, knocking it out of the park. And at this rate, by the end of November, we're going to have $50,000 in that. No, not actually. Please do not put $50,000 in that charity account. I'm probably going to get phone calls and stuff from them going, "What are you doing with money, good sir? Why are you, you know..." Maybe not as well, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, so then Vruden told me that the people from Sid Squad were coming over, and my brain exploded slightly, but don't worry, I patched it up and put it back together, although you probably wouldn't know from the conversation we're currently having. Metas says, g'day Metas. He's jumped in, he said, "Good afternoon." He smashed a donation in there. I mean, what else can I say? What a legend. Bread? Yes, his name's Bread. Very, a toast to bread. No, let me try that again. Brad Delamonte says, "Good evening," and he's from Sid Squad, so there you go. Wow. That's, you know, the fact that you guys even were aware of who I was, it kind of blows my mind. Calling Pigeon loves the intro. Thank you very much, Calling Pigeon. Who else have I not said hello to? Mr. Sean Atkins, Banjo, how you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastically. Right. Mr. Kangaroo is here as well. And so is Mr. Oz Flight Simmer, actually. Well, there you go. There's, who is he again? Some guy called Shane or something? You think he streams a couple of times a week? I don't know. Alright. Have I missed anyone? Yes, I've missed Stu. Of course I've missed Stu. When... For God's sake. Don't do a Shane to me, okay? Do not do a Shane. Don't break me before we even get up in the air, okay? Cheers. Alright. I think I've said hello to everyone now that I've said hello to Stu and G'day. And Fozzie, thank you very much for the donation, mate. Much appreciated. All right, now, to try and stop me from...
something I call it dirty fuzzy.
From literally being diagnosed with verbal diarrhea, which we're on the verge right now after spending the last 10 minutes just talking shit. Let's put the fashion accessory on, let's start up this DA40, and let's depart for the place of fair winds and good air until we all arrive in our aircraft and completely screw the amount of CO2 in the air. But, hello? Have I worn a hat before? Clearly not. Clearly not. Alright. Yes, it is being picked up by the track IR. Fantastic. Okay, let's do all the bits and pieces that need to be bitsed and pieced. God, some of the shit that comes out of my mouth sometimes concerns me. I don't know how you guys cope half the time. Also, I don't know if he's here, but I'd like to say a massive shout out to Mr. Von Braun, Bubba, who spent a good part of about 2 hours this afternoon running me through step by step on where I potentially went wrong with the fly-by-wire A320. And now I can fly the fly-by-wire A320 again, which is quite liberating, I must say, because that is probably my favourite freeway aircraft within the sim, and for some reason, I don't know what I did wrong. All I know is I now know what to do right, so we good. Metas with another donation. Jesus Christ. Metas, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Shane's yelling at me, don't do it, Bryce. Don't do what? Stream? Okay. No worries, Shane. I'll take it from the expert. Oh, you're complaining about the fact that it's Airbus pilots. I see. Well, you know what, Shane? It's easier to fly than a Boeing 737. At least in my experience in flying a Boeing 737. But that's probably because I haven't been taught how to fly one yet. So maybe I should just hold my tongue. But too late. I already said something. So... I can't finish on this. That my fingers don't taste good. But don't be concerned. It's nothing to be concerned about. All right, so I think 5,000 feet. Other than a lot of shoes required to achieve that, seems to be where we want to. Right, I think I have completed all the things. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Now all I need to do is just see which runway is active. So basically, which runway is attending the gym will be the... So it appears that 19 is the active, and that is the runway that is basically behind us. And yeah, awesome. Sweet. Alright, so runway 19er. Let's turn the track IR on and let us depart from here. And actually, first up, I'll try and align myself with the track IR so I'm not looking at the complete opposite side of the aircraft. And then we'll do this. Now, Sean, I did see your question before about who is Sid Squad. A bunch of absolute legends who do streams over on YouTube. I honestly, up until recently, thought they only did live videos of airports and stuff like that. However, I then discovered when YouTube recommended them to me a couple of weeks ago that, oh shit, they also do streams. So that's who they are. A bunch of legendary streamers and video makers from various parts of Australia, and still quite blown. I've been blown. Yes, that's exactly right, Bryce. That's exactly what's happened. Mind has been blown slightly by the fact that they have some idea of who this channel is. So there you go. Just came off a PNG stream. Brad, I did see that actually, and I almost jumped in, and then I got sidetracked doing things in the sim in relation to this world adventure, and then realised I hadn't shopped for the weekend stream, and then realised I was running late for this stream. So it's been one of those evenings where everything is, you know, not where it's meant to be and happening how it's supposed to. And it's all self-inflicted as well, so, you know, I can't really complain. Hang on, short round. Did Just Flight send you the Hawk for free, or did you pay for it? Because if they sent it for free, Shane... Not that I can get hooked up on the Hawk, because I've already got it, but something else? How many Grumman Widgeons have we got now in this stream? We've got Black Evo, obviously. Fozzie sometimes. Hello, aircraft. Would you like to pull back when I pull back on the stick? That would be amazing. And then it looks like Mr. Banjo is in the Grumman Widgeon as well. Does that mean that it's compatible with Xbox? If it is, that's awesome. Alright. That. And then, oh, no, hang on. That was probably a little bit early to put the autopilot on as well. I will very much admit that that would be considered probably quite risky in the real world. But I mean, you know, what happens if... You always got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes, and especially if it's chocolate biscuit. Alright, speed is up, flaps are coming up, we can take off the landing and taxi lights. Beautiful. We can also take out the tracking of IR. Oh, you won it last week, short rounds. Well done there, mate. That's a... You couldn't have won a better aircraft if you tried, mate. That's absolutely phenomenal. Why did I feel like I was putting my feet on my dog? I definitely wasn't. Where is she? Okay, cool. Could have sworn she was here literally 10 seconds ago, but she's probably decided that I'm being annoying because I've got headphones in and I'm not paying any attention to her. Cloud base is 3,500. Okay, let's just slow down that climb then, hey. Because I don't really want to have a replay of yesterday's stream if we can avoid it. And if that means I've got to fly at like 3,500 feet, well, I've got to fly at like 3,500 feet. That is not a problem. Damn. Cordoba looks absolutely wonderful. The MSA is 2,000. Oh, wow. That's incredibly low. You see, I thought that this was mountains over here, but I actually believe that it might be the clouds giving the illusion of mountainous terrain. So... What, David Jacko? I'm got to give her a fly today. Can I recommend chocolate or flowers instead of a fly? She's probably not going to appreciate a blowfly. Also, now that we're up in the air, let me know how all the sounds are. How do I sound? How's the music? How's the sim? Also, at some point in this stream, either in the middle or towards the end or whatever, somebody remind me I need to taste test the maple syrup and I need to taste test the Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese that Garwin sent me, because we decided last night that I was going to do it live on stream this evening. Fozzie. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Legends. Much appreciated on that one. I don't... If that's water, I'm concerned. Really concerned. You might need to... in fact, all of these things that are incredibly green, if they are water in any way, shape or form, I would... yeah. Sorry, Wes, there's no chips being tasted. Now, I sincerely hope that these are not pockets of water and they are just incredibly green grass, because otherwise, there's definitely a water problem in Cordoba otherwise. And we have Mr. Vruden in his helicopter ghosting me. Damn, I missed that yesterday. It's nice to have you back playing the ghost, good sir. Now, I didn't fill up at the airport, so that's potentially going to be... Actually, it shouldn't be a problem. If I take a little bit of power out and don't run this at 100%, then I'm not going to have a problem, am I? David, are you and Fozzie planning on getting married at some point soon? Because, you know, now that borders and all that are open, you guys can finally, you know, make your thing a thing. Yeah, there's a really well-constructed sentence there, Bryce. You can make a thing a thing. I'm sure everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about with that one. Bloody hell. Jerry. Why are we chanting Jerry, Oz? Quite simple. Exactly. Clouds are getting lower. They are, which is incredibly annoying. I should probably have a quick look on windy.com and see what the weather's like in Buenos Aires, so we can at least go in with some sort of hope. Because I don't really want to play with the weather 2 streams in a row, but, you know. Okay. So... where is... Right, I can't even see Cordoba on windy.com, which is concerning. There we go, got it. So... the weather should be getting better not too long after Cordoba, according to windy.com. And that's assuming that the Sims live weather is in fact correct and up to date, which is, you know, a possibility of about 50%, probably. The weather is worse than yesterday. Now, David, I wouldn't quite go that far because yesterday was complete IFR conditions up to 13,000 feet, I believe, from the ground up. So this doesn't obviously appear to be quite that bad. And yesterday was torrential rain, which also isn't a thing. So good. That's quite, you know. Does Microsoft Flight Simulator allow you to drop bombs like FSX or... I didn't even know that FSX allowed that, Sean. So there you go. So David Jacko's spent all day today horsing around, obviously. But he's obviously won some money. So, David, your shout for the beers, alright, mate? Cheers. Oh, I need to turn off all the accessibility things that I turned on today with Drew when I was testing something with him. Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. Because they're going to drive me insane having... no, I definitely don't want that on. And... I think that's all that we turned on. That's better! Flower bombs from hand glider. I don't know. No, all good, Drew. All good. I should have remembered as soon, but I didn't. But it was very easy to fix, Drew. So don't be too concerned. Why did I just? For a minute, I thought Vruden was plummeting to Earth, and I was concerned. You can see the horizon at 2,000 feet. The question is, though, Black Evo, is it the Forza horizon that you can see at 2,000 feet? If so, that's awesome. Speaking of which... So, in about 49 hours... I will be going live with Forza Horizon 5 on the channel. Early access because of the premium edition. FSX had a Cub challenge where you dropped... now I remember. Yes. I was never very good at that, so I didn't do it very often. So, Black Evo, with your comment about seeing the horizon at 2,000, are you sort of recommending that we should be doing a Coles and going down, altitude is down? What the hell is a toilet? I'm so out of the loop. You want to see the ground? I mean, I can see the ground, but it's not, like, perfect. It's sort of only, like, a square of... I don't know. It's a square of something. The cloud base is right on 2,000. Okay, so the cloud base is clearly going to drop down further. So, I'm going to go all the way down to 2,000. And it's definitely not Windows 2000 because that would mean I was going to crash. You're at 2,000, looks tip-top, David. So, as in, it looks like a loaf of bread, or because tip-top's the one? Whatever sort of bug you were, you no longer exist. You just committed bugicide. You can definitely tell that the warmer weather is starting to roll in because I have a slight infestation issue currently occurring in here with various types of bugs. None of them, however, are mosquitoes. So I guess I should be quite happy about that. Yes, bugicide, David. That is exactly what it was. It's still 21 outside. Actually, that makes me curious, Dave. I'm going to have a look and see what the outdoor temperature here is right now, because I'm chilling here with thongs on my feet and t-shirt and trackies. it is 16 degrees outside here. So, definitely less than over your part of the world there, Dave. Perfect cider weather, perfect beer weather, perfect gin and tonic. In fact, the weather is perfect for any sort of beverage, as long as it's been in a fridge. I'll be honest with you, Metas, I didn't even realise you were getting a new PC, mate. But congratulations on that. It's always a very fun and exciting time when you do get yourself a new PC. Let me tell you, it is just, you can't always... Oh, hello, doggo. Hello. What are we in? About half an hour into the stream? Yeah, it's about time for you to come and be a shit with me, isn't it? Of course it is. How dare I not have given you any sort of attention for the last half an hour, hey? It's criminal. I should be locked up. Settle down. Oh, bloody hell. Just ripped the headphones out of my ears. Thank you so much for that. Is that your way of saying, listen to me, Dad? Alright, fine. I'll keep the headphones out of your ears and you can come up here. Fine. Come on. I know you can jump. God, you make this so difficult. Come on then. Stop being a nutcase. I know you can't. Oh my god. They're not called pluggers, they're called thongs, Drew. Oh. Alright, you're along for the ride again, okay, Star? Why do you always come up here and then chase your tail? It doesn't make any sense. Chase your tail down on the ground, not on me. How have you got this much energy at 11:38 PM? Crazy dog. Oh god. What are you trying to do, Star? I'm an apple. What you're doing, are you staying up here, are you getting down? Are you going to go chase bugs, are you going to go chase your tail? What's the go? Hey, Mr. Kangaroo with the donation. Thank you very, very much, good sir. Much appreciated. I'll be sorting out at the end of the stream, like I did last night, the donation over there to Movember. If you do obviously want to check the balance for the Movember, obviously the link is in the Discord, and you can just click on that and you'll be able to see it going up as every stream occurs. Can we balance your weight across 2 legs for me, please, Star? Because 13 kilos of dog on one leg is pretty, you know. Please not lick my face. Jesus Christ. Okay. My God. Can you be careful where you put your paws? Wait, you need to settle down. If you're going to be up here with me, you need to settle down. There's no jumping around like a madman. get your tongue away from my mouth. That is disgusting. You were just literally licking little JJ. So much dog hair. Holy shit. Okay. Right. Now that I've been completely and utterly attacked, and I'm sure that won't be the first, actually, let me rephrase that. That will be the first, but not the last time in this stream, I guarantee you. Bloody hell, I'm going to need to get the fucking lint roller for the amount of... How do you have that much hair? I literally brush you on a daily basis. Alright, I wonder if I can put my headphones in back now and have the tunes in the background again, because it's not quite the same when you don't have the music in the background, I must say. Yes, I quite enjoy the weather we are having right now as well, David. You know, mid-20s, nice and sunny, nice and mild in the evenings. But I don't really want it to get any hotter or any colder. Sean says he's wearing thermals, 2 t-shirts, jumper, and a Milwaukee heated jacket turned on to medium. Still cold, wife's in t-shirt and jeans with fan going. Right, I see. What's the temperature there, Sean? Must be relatively cold for you to be rugged up like that. Even though it's only 16 degrees here though, it's very humid. Yeah. 85% humidity. What are you doing, Star? Wait. No down there with the cables, okay? We've been over this. Star. Away from the cables, please. Away from the cables. Minus 14 in living room. Oh, minus 14 outside. What? Where are you living? In the Arctic? Oh, that wasn't a negative 14, that was a 14. I see. I read that as negative 14, Sean, in case that wasn't obvious by what I just said. Never. Lovely, lovely little town there of Los Jun or Junturas. I wonder if it's related to Los Venturas from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Ooh, somebody's got a pool in their backyard. Nice. What is with this low-ass cloud? There's no rain. The temperature in Buenos Aires is 20 Celsius? Yeah, 20 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, I don't know. Clouds? Yeah, so this whole part of the world from Cochabamba in Bolivia all the way down to the South Georgia and Sandwich Islands is overcast with cloud. That whole area. Wow, that's a lot of cloud. What altitude am I flying at, William? I am at 2,000 feet. I don't know how far that is above the ground, but it doesn't seem very far at the moment. But basically just trying to take in the scenery a bit closer to the ground, seeing as incredibly overcast. Sean says, think farming must be a job around this area. How many teenagers want out? I mean, I'm only speaking from an Australian perspective right now, Sean, but a lot of this current generation of, 20 to 35-year-olds has seen one of the biggest spikes in people wanting to be farmers in this country, especially in the part of the world that I live in. Like, so much so that it's all over the news, it's in the papers, about the sheer demand of people under the age of 35 who want to get into farming. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. It's quite fun. Yeah, no, William, no mountains in the way. This part of Argentina is Flatsville. Yeah, Sandwich Islands. Must be a trend because they're reporting the same thing in the US. Short round. I actually believe that part of the reasoning for it, other than obviously the pandemic making people much more prone to do things that are their own, and farming, of course, is very much one of those things. Jeremy Clarkson's farm. Have a look what it's done for farming over in the UK. They've started changing all sorts of laws and regulations and the way things are done, simply because it was put out to the world what farming is really like for the farmers, and people just sort of looked at it and went, hang on, that's not right. How's that fair? Why do they have to do this? You know? Short round. Ooh, shots fired by Short Round. I see a Widgeon as well. I'm pretty sure that would be Banjo. Absolutely, Black Evo. Absolutely. The good news is I think it's changing though, Black, because more and more I'm seeing in hospo, more and more young people who are sort of like Just give me a job. I'll do anything, you know? Whereas 5-6 years ago when I was first getting into the industry, a lot of people my age who I was working with were sort of very laid back and nonchalant, and you know, it's not the case for everyone, but I'm just sort of starting to see it trend. But the problem is, despite that trend, they also want a lot of money for it. So and yeah, Will, that's the other end of the spectrum, is that, you know, people won't work when they're making money from the government. And then you've got people like myself and a few of my chef friends who want desperately to work but can't because of the government. and they don't provide us with any assistance either. A degree in common sense worked for you, Blackadder? Are you trying to tell me that you've got common sense, Blackadder? Only joking. Only joking. Yeah, but you see, the problem is, Wes, I can't even leave the state at the moment because of the government rules and regulations. Sean. Mrs. Blackadder may not agree with the last sentence. Well, it's interesting, Josh. The weather looks crap, but it's 20 degrees and humid in the sim. So I don't know what exactly is occurring right now here in Argentina. It's an absolutely awesome farmland, just farmland for days at the moment. I'm your medical escort. I'm hoping that doesn't require performing any escort-related tasks. Because if it does, Wes, I'm sorry, I decline a very generous offer. Alright, so I feel as if at this point it may be a good opportunity for me to duck away for 5-10 minutes, sort out the Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese that Garwin sent, and give the maple syrup a taste as well. So, just because at the moment we are flying over farmland and the weather is So I might leave you guys with some tunes, and I'll be back as soon as I possibly can. Alright, so water is almost there for the pasta, but I figured in the meantime, so originally I was going to do this maple syrup with the pancakes or waffles, but Garwin actually messaged me and said the best way to get the best flavour of the maple syrup is to literally just taste it from a spoon, and then he also sent me a recipe for some amazing waffles that I can then add the maple syrup to at a later date. So what I have is I have a spoon, and I have the Black Creek Farms. So this is cooked over smoke, so I'd be interested to see if it tastes any different or anything like that to the normal stuff that I would usually eat, which is the stuff that's usually available at USA Foods, just because I like a high quality maple syrup. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try and delicately pour some of this maple syrup into the spoon without making a mess, especially seeing as we're at the PC with the new keyboard, so we don't want to go doing that. Wow, it's significantly thicker than most maple syrup. So I have a bit in a spoon here, and that's delicious. It smells, doesn't smell that much different to normal maple syrup, but that, it is grade A. It is a grade A maple syrup. That's so good. That is incredibly good for maple syrup. Yeah, sorry, David, the smoke is not massively in your face pronounced, but there is definitely a background finish of smokiness that you wouldn't get from a maple syrup that you would usually purchase. But we will not go too crazy on the sugar, so that's really good. Really good garlic. Freaking delicious. If anybody gets the opportunity to get it, it is Black Creek Farms pure maple syrup, made in the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York. That is the best maple syrup I have ever tried, by a distance further than, I don't know, Melbourne. Alright, I'm going to go, will I try it on the Cheetos mac and cheese? I was about to say I'll go put it in the fridge, but Drew has made a fantastic suggestion here, ladies and gentlemen. He thinks that I should try it on the mac and cheese, and I feel like this is a good idea. So I'm going to keep the spoon here, I'm going to keep the maple syrup here, I'm going to drop my altitude now to 1,500 feet to stay under this cloud bank. Like so. Absolutely, I can pop the name of the syrup in. Adirondack. Ah, okay. Well, it is made in upstate New York. I don't know how expensive it is. I'm not. If anybody does find out how expensive it is, I'm not interested in knowing because I don't want to know how much Garwin may or may not have spent on it. Just let me live in my fantasy world where this is fantastic maple syrup, and I'll be very happy. I'm also only going to eat a couple of spoonfuls of the mac and cheese. A, for two reasons. One, lactose intolerant. And two, it is 12:06 a.m. and I don't really want to be going to bed on a stomach full of pasta. So... I have better judgment than that. Better judgment. Fozzie, what are you talking about? Please don't do that. You have better judgment than that. Huh? I'm quite confuzzled at this point. I may have said something that Fozzie has heard and I haven't remembered saying. Oh, it's only going to be one spoonful, Fozzie. Calm down. It's not like I'm mixing maple syrup through the whole bloody dish. It's just literally going to be a spoonful with a little bit of maple syrup on it. You know, sweet, spicy. I thought you were a chef, Fozzie, and you understood flavour pairings.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Hey, Mr. Brett Plays is here. G'day, Brett. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. It's unusually late for Brett Plays to be up and about on a stream. I'll be honest with you, Vruden, I could drink that. Straight out of the bottle, no problem. Down the hatch. It's that good. So I can only imagine it's going to benefit something that's spicy and salty. Because, you know, sweet, spicy, salty, bang. Flavour pairing. Ta-da! It's a better choice than putting it on a flaming hot Cheeto, hey? Well, Vruden, I guess we're all entitled to our opinions. That's your opinion. It's wrong, but that's your opinion. Alright, 2 seconds. I'm going to go check on this pasta water. Alright, so the pasta is in, so I'm going to monitor it for the next 3 or 4 minutes until it's ready, so I'll be back probably in about 5 minutes or so from now. Children.
Oh, I like to do to her.
Absolute children.
Something I call it
swear.
Dirty Fuzzy.
All right. So the first thing I've my God, what the fuck? First thing I observed is that this doesn't even look like food. I'll show you in a sec what I mean. No food should be that color. It just shouldn't. It does not look like something that should be eaten by a human. But I'm about to eat it, so let's see. First we'll try it on its own. Then we'll try it with the maple. But it's a really interesting colour. There is no food in Australia to be this colour. People would be like, what have you put in that? So, we're only going to be eating a couple of spoonfuls here. It's interesting. It's definitely got some spice to it, which is really nice. It's just the rest of the flavour that is very interesting. Don't know if I'd call that cheese. Tastes like the spray can cheese. Yeah. That's what the cheese tastes like. Any sodium in that, Drew? Yeah, so in this small bowl of pasta, according to the packaging, there is 650 milligrams of salt. So, low salt. Absolutely low salt. It's let's try a spoonful with the maple syrup, and then we'll just put it aside. It's kind of frustrating actually, because they've done a really nice job with the spice. It takes a while to come in. It comes in, it coats the mouth, it coats the back of the throat. It's a really lovely experience, the spice side of things. Just the rest of it is questionable, unfortunately. Hey, are we flying over an unmarked airport? Is that what's happening? Is that an airport that's not included in the sim? Doesn't seem to be any markings. Is it on the little nav map? Yeah, Aerodromo Marcos Juarez. Which according to the sim is over there. I feel like that's probably wrong. Anyway. All right, let's do this maple syrup with the Cheetos. It's nice. It gets rid of that fake cheese flavour. But better. Definitely better because it removes the fake cheese flavour. However, I'm still not going to be going out of my way to consume that. Which again is really disappointing because the spice is fantastic. It's everything you want from spicy pasta. But, yeah. Alright, I'm now going to put this in my fridge and figure out what I want to do with it because it's not good to waste food, so I'm going to have to figure out something that it can be used in. Maybe the death of somebody would be a good... I wouldn't feed it to the dog, Gruden. Alright, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to go sort this out. Alright. So. Sorry, I'm wrong. It's actually got 730 milligrams of salt in it, or sodium. So, the ingredients: wheat flour, whey, salt, buttermilk, cheddar cheese, citric acid. So far, seems alright, eh? Maltodextrin. Yeah, nothing wrong with maltodextrin. Then, corn syrup solids, modified cornstarch, monosodium glutamate, natural and artificial flavour, onion powder, sugar, sunflower oil, whey protein concentrate, yeast extract, red 40 lake, yellow 5, yellow 6, diosodium inosinate, and diosodium guanylate. Guanylate? Sure. Garlic powder, guar gum, hydrolyzed soy protein, lactose, sodium diacetate, xanthan gum, niacin, iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, I mean, this is pasta, guys. Pasta with chili. It should literally have 2 ingredients. Or pasta with chili and cheese. It should literally have 3 ingredients. Or, you know, it should be wheat flour, salt, water, chili, and cheese. So, again, I very much appreciate the fact that Garwin sent me this, and I'm sure he meant it to be reviewed in the way I'm reviewing it. But please, for the love of God, don't do this. Don't eat this. It's not good for the human body in any way, shape, or form. Avoid at all costs. Don't let the potentially okay taste fool you, because those ingredients highly recommend the maple syrup, though. Highly recommend the maple syrup. Oh yeah, thank you, Sean. Fuel. Yeah. Thank you. Was about to be in some serious shit. The engine had just started to cut off. Whoop! I'm breaking things. I'm still breaking things. Yeah, you can't technically get it delivered into Australia, David. However, I'm sure if you were to organise to send Garwin the money, that he would organise to get it sent to you. I'm going to be up in 4 hours, Black Evo. This is fine. I see. Have you considered potentially visiting the bed? Might be beneficial. I don't know. When you land. I love your dedication, Black Evo. I was going to say, in 3 hours, how slow are you flying there, mate? Just, you've swapped to a helicopter halfway through and you're hovering the rest of the way. That's an interesting choice of words there to describe that sentence, David. Can have a snooze at lunchtime tomorrow. Oh yeah, because you're only going to be in the sim. Yeah, of course. It's interesting. No, never mind. I thought something weird was occurring, but all good. We're good. Just take no notice of me. I am the weird one. The hell? Who knew that breathing oxygen in would cause coughing? What was I going to say? What should I do with that pasta? Because I feel really bad wasting food, but I don't feel comfortable in consuming that or giving it to somebody to consume. Science experiment. Turn it into a salad with a nice dressing. Wes, I'm not eating that. I don't care if I garnish it with 400 million kale leaves. It is not going into my body any more than those 2 spoonfuls. There is ingredients in that I wouldn't use in a science lab, let alone eat. In fact, that product would not be allowed to be sold in Australia because of the ingredients. It would be considered not fit for human consumption under Australian food laws. It's making my teeth feel all weird. Probably because my body's not used to consuming that much artificial colours and flavourings and interesting ingredients. It's just like, what the fuck is that? Sean says, can we please give Black Evo a huge gold star? I've learnt a brilliant new trick. I was doing it wrong. Thank you so much. What was this new trick? Was it sit, roll over, play dead, shake? Is it flammable? Drew, probably. Probably. Learn how to get the correct MSA. Yeah, for sure. Vruden says, took Bryce out with something we feed to 5-year-olds. Vruden, I wouldn't feed that to my 5-year-old. Call Child Protection Services if anyone feeds that to their 5-year-old. It's that or McDonald's. These are our choices. Vruden, I'm not an American, in case that wasn't obvious. But I feel like red Cheetos mac and cheese and McDonald's are not the only 2 choices of food. The mac and cheese is homemade. Yeah, right, okay. Sure. If you've got a laboratory in your kitchen, sure, the mac and cheese is homemade. So Drew, you do think I should also do a video reviewing it on YouTube? That means I have to eat another spoonful of it. Fuck. Okay, alright, I'll do one. I'll absolutely do one. Okay, I'll eat the bowl, David, not the contents of the bowl. I'll just break up the ceramic bowl and eat it because it's probably going to be more nutritionally beneficial than the stuff that's in it. Just get Black Evo to eat it and film him eating it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to eat it, and I wouldn't try and feed it to him either. Black Evo can stick to his smoked meat. Get my sister's reaction on it. Yeah. See me at 7 a.m. You're going to have a lot of trouble getting into my house at 7 a.m., Wes, because I'm still going to be sleeping. I must say, unfortunately, this flight, ever since we left Cordoba, the combination of crappy weather and the scenery is literally just farmland the whole way. It's a little bit on the disappointing side, unfortunately, on the scenery side of things. Hey, Garwin, you just missed me taste testing the maple syrup and the Cheetos live on stream. Literally. I am not eating that pasta again for Garwin. He can pay me and I still won't do it. I will do it once more for the YouTube video that Drew suggested I do, and that is it. It's alright, Sean, we know what you meant. There's a racetrack next to an airport we flew over at Darwin. You should never be concerned by your English typing, Sean, because I can barely speak the damn language on stream, so... Oh, Black Evo's getting fancy. He's going to iron a shirt for tomorrow. Who's the lucky lady? I think he was saying her name's Samantha or something. Make sure it is perfectly done. So, David, I'm assuming by that comment then, mate, that you are an expert in ironing shirts. In which case, I be delivering my shirts to you tomorrow. For you to iron for me. Cheers. Is her name Jenny Taylor? Yeah, absolutely. Are you... Oh, so, Wes, you're taking him to one of those restaurants where they cook the food in front of you? A starch collar? So is that a collar made from potato, or? He wanted fancy? Yeah, nothing like a sausage and bread with onions and mustard and tomato sauce on it, hey? I think we're about to fly over the main highway here. Norma Stitz? Yeah, absolutely, Drew. She's a good friend of mine. I don't see anything yet, Sean, but if you are potentially seeing light on the horizon, that is good news. Because we've still got like 160 nautical miles of this farmland to go. Yeah, absolutely. Whereas the mow will be not touched now for the rest of November. I shaved it on the 1st, as soon as I woke up. Yeah. Sure, Wes. I'd be happy to do that, mate. Absolutely. It's a shame, Sean, that we're not flying near each other, because I'd actually be able to see the aircraft you are in. Seconds, guys. I'm just going to see where Doggo is, because she's not on her couch and we've got a lot of bugs, so I just want to make sure she's not having a second dinner of dead bugs. Right, all good. That's fair enough, Garwin. That's absolutely fair enough. I mean, if I was somebody who couldn't grow one in the space of, you know, a couple of weeks to the point where it can be handlebarred, I also wouldn't have shaved it off. But I know for a fact that, you know, come the end of November, it's not going to look any different to the way it did at the start of November before I shaved it off. So, shirt done, autopilot is still working. Great success, absolutely. Yeah, so no, Sean, what I was saying is I would actually be able to see your aircraft because I now have the Just Flight Arrow. Oh, Black Evo's going on the ILS. I think I proved last night that I don't ever need to use the ILS in this aircraft again because of the synthetic vision. Basically means that I can visual approach in any weather. Speaking of which, there we go. The Movember channel is now created in the Discord. No worries, going. All good, mate. Look up the part where you eat the preservatives. Yeah, the maple syrup is stunning. The pasta is, well, it wouldn't be considered fit for human consumption here in Australia. Like, they actually wouldn't be allowed to sell it based on the ingredients that are on the back of that packaging. The ingestion of all the preservatives that is causing us to live longer? The weather is definitely improving. I'm almost tempted to go up a little bit in altitude here so that can see the scenery a bit better from a nicer... Is that Sean in his Just Flight Arrow? You two going, mate? Oh, good. We'll probably catch up with you in Shane's stream tomorrow night. If we're not still in the Discord when you get back from getting your lumber, because, well, you know what myself and some of the others are like in the Discord. But look after yourself, going. Yeah, weather's getting much better. I'm gonna go up 1,000 feet or so and see what it's like. Actually, maybe I'll go to 3,000 and see what's occurring at 3,000. I'll probably be in it at 3. Well, I'll just adjust back down if I need to. There, Black Evo. I just want to get a little bit more altitude, mainly for the fuel burn. Because the fuel burn at 1,500 feet is not, it's not good. Really not good. It's, yeah. Oh, Drew, thank you so much, mate, for the donation. And he says, get yourself a proper mac and cheese on me. Cheers, Drew. I will use that to buy some ingredients to make myself a proper mac and cheese. And I'll put chili in it. And I'll do that sometime next week. And then I'll eat it on stream and just be like, comparison time. In fact, no. What about if I... Actually, Drew, what about if I make my own hot and spicy mac and cheese and add it to the YouTube video tasting of the other one? Comparison. And I'll do a comparison in cost as well. I'll Google how much the other one costs and then I'll figure out how much my one costs to make. Right, I might need to add some ingredients to my Coles order tomorrow. I'm hoping there's not a cutoff on that. Let's see. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just away from the stream for a second, seeing if I can add to my Coles order.
High five!
Okay, that's better. That was very weird. Hello? People? There we go. Come on.
Hello?
God's Coles website is so shit. Okay, cool. I only had to edit one thing, I believe.
Disaster!
We need to figure out how to get me a cheesesteak. Hell yeah, I'd be down for a cheesesteak. $24747. That's a decent number you've got going there, Mr. Black Evo. Very decent. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. That is good news. Sorry, since I placed the order, Coles has changed their specials, so now I'm just seeing if there's anything in their specials list, their new specials list that I need as well. I know I probably shouldn't be doing this on stream, but I've only got another 2 hours that I can edit this for before it's locked in, so... And I figured, seeing as I was adding ingredients for macaroni and cheese, I may as well make sure that I haven't missed anything.
Give me the car, friend.
No. Alright, cool. Proceed to checkout. Unable to process my request. I beg your pardon. That's better. I might have to transfer a bit more money here because I've spent a little bit more, obviously, getting some extra ingredients. But that's not a What do you mean unable to process my current request? I'm not asking for much, Coles. I'm just wanting you to allow me to update my order. Sean. Yeah, I've added all of those items there, David. I've added a few dirty fozzies, actually. I'm assuming, Drew, that the shovels, hydrochloric acid, garbage bags, and duct tape is for whatever bin I put that pasta in. Sean, unfortunately I can't share those numbers with you because you might win the lottery. Alright, I've got to put a little bit more money on the card, otherwise it'll probably bounce. There we go. I was a smart one as well because I bought ingredients. All the ingredients on that order, except for like a couple of items, are literally related to cooking on the fly, my macaroni and cheese thing, and another taste test that I have coming up on my chef's channel next week. So that means that it's all tax deductible, basically. And no worries for buying the correct arrow, Sean. I told you I'd get to it eventually, and I did. Two Mops just showed up, did he? What, in the chat, or... That's part of the reason why I do the orders online, because it's just easier to keep a track come tax time of, you know, what are your outgoings, what are your incomings, etc., than trying to keep all the receipts, you know, somewhere. It's just that would end up in a... Hey, Two Mops is here. Nobody needs to clean up anymore because we've got two of them. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. No worries, Fozzie. Catch you later, mate.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fozzie.
My God, what is the, what has the GPS done with this approach at, Buenos Aires? It's all over the wazoo. Yeah, looks like I'm going to be just taking manual control when we get towards the airport, because otherwise the plane's going to try and do 75 million loops. Oh, little nav map is wrong. Okay, cool. The in-game GPS track's okay. Okay, that's good news. That is good news. I just can't open the VFR map anymore because, of course, last night when I did it, it caused a catastrophic crash to desktop, and even though it may have been me who caused that, I tried opening the VFR map again today, and it caused a crash to desktop. Think the GPS has been for a drink? The GPS needs to share with me, Stu. The in-game GPS is taking you to ILS. Awesome. Oh yeah, I said I was going to find out the price of that, okay, so that box of Cheetos Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheese costs $4.40 US. So as long as whatever I make costs less than the equivalent of whatever $4.40 US is in Australian dollars, itchy eyes. You can tell that I mowed the lawn today. So $5.90 Australian. So basically if I can make $160 grams of spicy mac and cheese for $5.90 Australian, which shouldn't be a problem. How much were the ingredients? Well, Vruden, I managed to get 500 grams of macaroni pasta. I'm going to be using a small amount of sriracha, a small amount of blitzed garlic. I'll be using 2 slices of lactose-free cheese that I'll cut up into cubes so that it melts really quickly, and I'll be using a quarter of a cup of oat milk, which is what I used in that, and a little bit of butter. So the ingredients cost like $3, and that's for like 3 or 4 times the amount of food than what you get in that box. So we already know the answer to the question. Yeah, it's expensive, isn't it, Bruden? You would think that it's made using real food for the price that they're charging, but obviously not. I'm going to potentially have a problem with fuel here.
Your name, please?
So I'm just going to slow it down a little bit because I don't really want to... how much MSG? It doesn't give me an exact reading of MSG, David. All I do know is that, as I said, there's 730 milligrams of sodium. Vruden, I think the only reason why it's so expensive is because it's like a, you know, gimmicky thing, you know, like... You're paying for the whole Cheetos Flamin' Hot, now available in mac and cheese brand name, than you are for the quality of the product. But please, yeah, please look. That would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely, David. Yep. I don't want to have anything to do with eating that whole packet. My 7 o'clock. I'm looking at my 7 o'clock. Yeah, no, MSG is not bad. MSG is not bad. It is the king of flavor. Foo-yo. Oh, yeah, no, I don't need an airport yet, Sean. For fuel purposes, I'm just aware of the fact that it's going to be very, very, very close. Yeah, Sean, if I keep really sucking the fuel, I will definitely try to gain some more altitude. Oh, I've already got the fuel low warning. Why didn't I bother to put fuel in my tanks before I took off? Why did I only take off with like 35% fuel? Idiot. Kick up there, I was like, don't you crash on me now. I might just make a very, very quick arrival at Sierra Alpha Hotel Victor. Wow, that was a brain fart and a half there. Yeah, I might just make a quick detour to San Patricio for some fuel. Or should... Actually, there's a lot of airports along the way now. So maybe I just risk it for the biscuit? And I've also got emergency fuel as well that I can always use. So you know what? I'm gonna risk it, and if I need to, I can pop it in at an airport along the way, because there is so many airports as we're coming into a major city of Buenos Aires. Maggi original seasoning in the kitchen before? Probably, but it's just MSG anyways, isn't it, Dave? Yeah, no, understandable, Black Evo. Understandable, mate. Especially seeing as you're going to be up and about in the sim tomorrow. Absolutely. I would 100% understand your decision to go straight to bed. Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, I've never at any point believed the whole thing about MSG is bad for you. It's like salt. If you have too much, it's going to cause a problem. Oh, that sounds good, Black Evo. That sounds really good. Why can't I... There we go. Yep, tomatoes have MSG in them, exactly. So does seaweed, so does soy sauce, so does oyster sauce, so does anchovies, so does bacon. Because MSG is the king of the fifth taste within the human body, and that is umami. If you see something that is umami, that is the same flavor profile as MSG. Umamo, umami. Yeah, parmesan. Mushrooms, as Black Evo said, specifically shiitake, they are extremely high in umami MSG flavor. Such a shame, Bruden, isn't it? You know? Look below. Yeah, all good. All good. All good. Actually, maybe not all good. I'm gonna loop around and land here and get some fuel because I'm now in the red. No, Sean, I appreciate, I legitimately thought I was all good. Because when I last looked at the fuel, I still had halfway between the 5 and the red zone. But then things happened. I need to pre-order the fuel at this airport due to COVID regulations. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? There we go. Fueled up. I should call for a truck or find a Bowser. I mean, I should, but there was no trucks or... Whoa! Okay, autopilot. You want to put that nose forward a bit there for me? Huh? Okay, autopilot is trying to kill me. Yeah, unfortunately there was no real fuel trucks or Bowsers available at that airport, so I just had to make do with what I could. No worries, Black Evo, mate. You have a good one. Good serve. Stay safe. Stay well. Look after yourself, etc. Enjoy wearing your iron shirt. And we'll see you tomorrow in Shane's stream. Hopefully you get a chance to refresh at some point during the day, because I know it's going to be rough on only about 3 hours of sleep. But catch you later, good sir. Oh, he's leaving kissy faces. Urgh. Alright, so I'm going hard on the throttle now, guys, because I've got plenty of fuel to try and catch up. Yeah. Because I'm aware of the fact that I was already behind and now I'm a long way behind. Although I do have Icarus ghosting me, including at the airport, just making sure that I was all good. So I'm very appreciative of that, I must say. And I must say, like, for a moment, shout out to Icarus. My first ever truck stream, he was there, and he showed me the way on how to complete things that I never knew how to do. And here we are, 5 months later, and still, Icarus is there when I'm needing to stop for fuel midway in a stream, just making sure that everything's all good. So, shout out to Icarus for being an absolute legend. And he always flies under the radar because he doesn't really, he doesn't communicate that much in chat because he's usually in VR, etc. But an absolute legend. 2 mops as well, absolutely. I did see that you flew under me there before 2 mops. We have an absolutely fantastic community here, guys. But I felt like that deserved a special mention just because, from day one. You remember day one of you driving trucks, David? Not much has changed, really. You've just got a bigger truck and more confidence. You still drive like an absolute lunatic. Who wants to be a midnight lover, you know? Even though it's nearly 2 a.m, so we're a little bit late, but... You'll have to let me know what you think of the original trucking vid, David. Although, when I was making the bloopers for the trucking, Dave, there is not much crashing or crazy driving or flipping that occurs for probably the first 6 or 7 streams. It's all very conservative whilst we figure out what we're doing and all that. And then it just goes to... yeah. We just become absolute lunatic drivers after that. Basically. Yeah, basically, David. Our driving went downhill. I feel like the content has probably gone in that direction, but the driving definitely went downhill. Oh, shit. Sorry, Sean. Helping me with fuel and you forgot about your own fuel. Don't worry, Sean. I'll try and remind you now during streams to check your fuel when you remind me. Look after each other's fuel tanks. This farmland scenery is much nicer when it's not overcast and grey, and you've actually got the, you know, the vibrancy of the colours coming through the clouds with the sun and the reflections and all that. Even though it hasn't really changed much, it seems a lot nicer. Yeah, there's more colour in the fields, and I think that's simply because the light is able to shine on them, Sean, and allow them to be what they actually are. lots of really small little grass fields around here, and I get the feeling that a large portion of them probably are related to the farmlands that exist around here. And I guess that would make sense, you know. These farms all across this part of Argentina seem incredibly large, and it would make sense to, you know, have the ability to access those farms via air. You know a band that sung about One More Light? I see. Was it an LED or halogen? I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Here's a question that I should actually ask whilst I've got the whole crew together. Well, most of them anyway, except for the obvious legends who have visited the bed. Does anyone know if there's scenery available for the Seychelles? Because currently none of the airports in the sim from the Seychelles exist due to a severe lack of photogrammetry and good aerial photography available for that area. Now, I've looked to see if there's freeware, and there is, but not for the main airport in the Seychelles, which is Victoria Airport. So if anyone knows of a particular scenery that would suit, please do let me know, because it's making it very difficult for me to route plan for the World Adventure when there's certain locations that I can't even route plan for. Will I be doing Sierra Leone? Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. Every single country and sovereign state in the world. And that means that we'll be doing places like Artska, Abkhazia, South Ossetia, Transnistria, that is very weird, Sean. It could possibly be on my end. Although at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know who the hell's using the internet, but anything's possible. There's only one, so FlightSim.to have some regional airports in the Seychelles, but none of them are confirmed working with Sim Update 6. But I would rather, seeing as the Seychelles is such a small place, if we're going to go to the Seychelles, I would obviously like to go to Victoria. Seeing as that is the major location that has the best photography. All the other islands, if you zoom in on the world map, they're just a mass of green blah. Whereas at least Victoria, except for the location where the airport is, the rest of the island, the Victoria Island, is actually pretty decent. But of course where the airport is not, so that's why it hasn't registered there's an airport there. Same thing occurred in Vanuatu. And look, by the time we get to that part, things may have changed and it may not be an issue. I'm just more interested to see if it has. That's all. Motherland. What's Sierra Leone is the motherland? Sean, is that what you're... FSDG have released scenery in airports for Seychelles. Thank you very much, Blackadder. Much appreciated on that one, mate. Because I was a little bit concerned. Beautiful. Only 30 euros as well. Awesome. Oh, I see, Sean. Yeah, because most of the places that are sovereign states and all that are in and around the ex-USSR. There's a large number of places in there. Vruden says, okay, good flight, Bryce. I need to go grocery shopping. Catch you in the streams. Later to all the legends, flying, landing, and sleeping. Catch you later, Vruden, mate. Thank you very much for coming along on the flight. Much appreciated. Enjoy your grocery shopping as much as you possibly can. And probably see you tomorrow in Shane's stream, I'd say. Catch you later, bro. Alright, we must be... yeah, about to make the turn that will take us onto the runway here at Buenos Aires. Two seconds, guys. I'm just going to, before we do the last little bit of the arrival here, I'm just going to top up the bottle of water. I shall return in 2 minutes. Alrighty. He's back. Everybody get really excited. Or don't. Either one. Hey, gee, wow, the scenery changed quick in the time that I was away. It actually looks like a city below us now. Somebody's got a swimming pool down there. Lucky people. Is that a golf course? Looks a little bit like a golf course, but I don't actually think it is because it's all sorts of water. Maybe it's like a... That actually looks like maybe a housing estate that's on a lake or something, or on the water, or... Whatever it is, it looks very cool. Looks like there's more of them over here. Is this a thing in Buenos Aires with housing estates? Like they're on these like watery man-made lagoon style things. I feel like I need to look at this now. Anyway, I need to obviously do more reading up about Buenos Aires. Anyway, probably should focus on what I'm actually doing here, which is flying an aircraft. Hey, Mr. Scoop is here. Catch you later, Mr. Kangaroo. Have a good one, good sir. Don't get too bouncy on the way out. Look after yourself and all the important things that are needed. I didn't even know that there was a smaller international airport out here in the outer suburbs of Buenos Aires. There you go, the things you learn. Although it doesn't look like it's got a very long runway though. I must say. That looks, for a international airport, Alright, there we go. So we're already established on the ILS here. So what I'll do now is I will... I'm a little bit high up, so I'm just going to disconnect the autopilot and I'm going to bring it in. I was thinking about getting my track IR out, but I technically don't really need it because we're already lined up. Just have a quick look at the surrounding Buenos Aires, which is a massive city. Holy shit. People everywhere. I mean, we probably, technically in GA aircraft, we probably shouldn't be landing here at Aeropark Jorge Newbery, which is the main airport here, I believe, in Buenos Aires. I could be wrong. Is it this one or is it Ezeiza or whatever it is? That's the main airport of Buenos Aires. Estadio Monumental Antonio Vespuccio Liberty, which I'm assuming is that stadium. Jeez, it feels like it's been ages since we've been to a major city, and I guess it has because the last major city that we flew into prior to Buenos Aires was Santiago, which was probably close to a month ago. Yeah, the stadium does look good. I think the city looks quite good as well, really, considering that it's not a photogrammetric city. The buildings and all that look pretty, you know, pretty much like they should be, exactly where they are, and they sort of suit the general layout of the city. Hang on a sec.
If only for a moment, only for a while. I regret letting you go, and you were mine. I thought I'd be fine, but now my heart don't feel right, and this pain doesn't go away. If I could turn back time, I would've never let you down. 'Cause now I'm waiting for you to say. Call me back. I haven't heard from you in so long. I'm starting to forget what you sound like. 'Cause now that it's over, I'm by myself.
Alright, all good. I'm assuming it was just a cat or something out the front. Let's finish taxiing into the parking area, shall we?
Save the tears
I'm just going to jump straight across the grass here because that's the benefit of being in a GA aircraft. And we're going to park in the car park with the rest of the cars with Josh and Icarus. There we go. Oh, fits beautifully. You wouldn't even notice the difference. And you got the Buenos Aires skyline in the background. Pretty spectacular location, actually, I must say. It's just a shame that a lot of the scenery across the flight was a bit, not amazing, mainly because of the weather. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard and dirtiest slews I've ever known. That does bring us to the end of the stream and the end of leg 85 here of the World Adventure. Welcome to Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina. Yeah, so we are going to be streaming in about 38 hours or 45 hours or something like that. We're going to be streaming Forza Horizon 5. The next stream will be on the 5th of November for the Australians, and I mean flight sim wise. I don't know how that equates for the rest of you, but it's already up on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it anyway. But until next time, you absolute legendary people, you look after yourselves, you stay safe, you stay well, you don't do anyone I wouldn't do, and I will catch you all very soon.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go